Cycling is an unbelievable sport with crashes and unexpected moments, but there are times when things become so unrealistic that no one would believe them unless they were actually filmed on camera. From changing the bike without losing positions to making a legendary save from a crash, here we are with 12 moments nobody believed if they weren't filmed. First up, we have the dramatic finish of Stage 3 in La Vuelta 2023, where Remco Evenepoel claimed victory in a thrilling sprint against Jonas Vingegaard. However, the celebration quickly turned chaotic when Evenepoel crashed into a woman right after crossing the finish line, leaving his face bloodied. Despite the unfortunate incident, he managed to celebrate his win because he definitely gave his best to snatch the victory. However, we sincerely hope that woman involved in the crash is doing well and didn't get any serious injuries. In this clip, we wonder what the management was thinking that day. The weather was really unforgiving during Stage 1 of La Vuelta 2023, and there was no way someone could ride in such conditions. As the riders lined up for the team trial, dark clouds loomed overhead and heavy rain began to pour. The road quickly turned slick, making it nearly impossible for the cyclists to maintain their grip. One by one, they slipped and fell to the ground, struggling to regain their balance. Despite the challenging conditions, each rider pushed on, determined to give their all in the face of adversity. But this wasn't something that should have happened because, after all, those riders would have gotten seriously injured. In this clip, you'll see how a team could turn out to be a disaster for you, and no one would have believed this moment if it wasn't filmed. During Stage 18 of the Tour de France 2022, Jack Bauer found himself in an unwanted situation as a team car and a motorcycle unexpectedly sandwiched him. It was an unbelievable moment when the team car braked abruptly on a narrow stretch of road for some unknown reasons. Then what? Jack had no chance to maintain his balance and stay on his bike, resulting in a chaotic scene that left everyone in disbelief. In a sport where split-second decisions can change everything, this moment serves as a reminder of the unpredictability of cycling and how teamwork, when mismanaged, can lead to unfortunate consequences. What you see in this clip is something that rarely happens in the world of professional cycling. During Stage 16 of the Giro d'Italia 2017, Tom Dumoulin, the general classification leader, found himself in a rather compromising situation. As the race progressed, he began to experience some stomach issues, forcing him to stop on the side of the road. In a moment that caught everyone by surprise, he took off his iconic pink jersey and his shorts to do his deed right there. This unexpected and raw moment highlighted the basic needs of a human body that need to be fulfilled regardless of what the situation is. However, he could have ended the race a moment ago and gone towards the washroom, but he didn't want his empty stomach to get in the way and quit this important race. In this clip, luck came in to save the day as two team cars from Uno X nearly collided during Stage 16 of the Tour de France 2024. One car was making its way alongside a rider who was dangerously close to its back bumper, while another car approached from the opposite direction. It was a tense moment, and by pure luck, a serious accident didn't happen. If the cars collided, the rider behind the car would have also gone into a serious accident. Luckily, things didn't take a dark turn. Here you will see a fine example of how you get confused after finishing the race. This incident took place during the Giro de France 2022, where Tim Merlier finished in 9th place, 41 seconds behind the winner. After crossing the finish line, he believed the race was over and all the riders had arrived, so he began heading back to the team parking area. However, he didn't know that the final group of riders were still sprinting for 10th place, and when he noticed them approaching, he suddenly stopped, lifted his bike, and jumped into the crowd. Tim's action confused the onlookers, but in reality it was he who was confused, as he later remarked in his comments after the race, saying that he felt the race was already over and all riders had crossed the finish line. This clip highlights Pogacar's current performance in the Giro d'Italia, where he impressively won 6 stages, demonstrating his dominance over the competition. His performance was so commanding that it seemed like his opponents had never cycled before, even though they were among the best in the world. After a stunning final stage, Pogačar celebrated his first ever Giro d'Italia victory by lifting his bike in the air with his teammates. Not stopping there, he also competed in the Tour de France 2024, where he faced tough challenges, particularly from Jonas Vingegaard. Despite doubts after stage 11, Pogačar turned the tide and showcased his extraordinary skills, ultimately winning 6 stages in the Tour as well. His season concluded with him lifting his yellow bike high, marking 6 stage wins in both prestigious races within just 2 months. In the following script, you'll see a weird moment involving Mark Cavendish during stage 4 of the Tour de Suisse. After an unfortunate crash, all eyes were on his bike, particularly his front wheel, which was in a very strange position. It looked as if the rim had completely vanished, leaving the wheel oddly bent, almost like a deflated tire. This bizarre sight was hard to believe because after all, he wasn't riding a cheap bike, but rather a top-notch machine. The cycling world couldn't believe their eyes as they witnessed this unusual and shocking scene. This is one of the deadliest moments in cycling history that we wish to never see again. Fabio Jakobsen suffered serious injuries during stage 1 of the Tour de Pologne, where he was left motionless on the ground. Reports declare that his life was in serious threat due to a severe head injury and significant blood loss. Miraculously, just 1 year after that deadly crash, Jakobsen made a remarkable comeback by winning the points classification at the Vuelta a España 2021, showcasing his incredible determination in the face of adversity. Chris Froome is one of those riders who don't fail to shock their fans. During stage 12 of the Tour de France 2016, Froome found himself in a surprising situation when he lost his bike. For most riders, the race would have been over after this, but rather than giving up, he remained determined and walked along the road until he could find another bike. His struggle paid off as he managed to maintain his position in the general classification despite the unexpected setback. This one happened last month and it almost left everyone speechless. During stage 5 of the Tour de France 2024, Tadej Pogačar displayed incredible bike handling skills as he barely escaped a potentially serious crash at the very last moment. His quick reflexes allowed him to avoid the chaos behind him. Unfortunately, a few riders following him were not as lucky or skilled and could not avoid the collision. Some may call it luck, but it was Pogačar's impressive handling skills that saved him from the crash. Lastly, we have this totally unbelievable display of skills in stage 5 of the Tour de France 2024. Axel Zingel showcased his incredible agility when he executed a perfectly timed bunny hop over his fallen competitor Mads Pedersen. The scene was tense because if this attempt hadn't been successful, he would have gone into a severe accident and might have caused other riders to crash as well. But his breathtaking maneuver demonstrated his exceptional bike handling skills and also highlighted the intensity and unpredictability of competitive cycling. So there you have it, the 12 cycling moments that if weren't filmed, nobody would believe. Leave a like if you enjoy the video and make sure to subscribe for more exciting content like this. And if interested, click on the video appearing on your screen right now.